The airport hums with late-night chaos, announcements crackling, tired travelers dragging suitcases. I'm parked outside arrivals, sipping lukewarm coffee from a gas station cup, when my phone buzzes. It's Dan, my husband. Babe, I need you to pick up Lucas. I've got a meeting. My stomach drops. Lucas. He's not due back for a week. I stammer. What? Now. Dan's voice is clipped, distracted. Yeah, now. Flight's landing in 10. Thanks. He hangs up before I can argue. I grip the steering wheel. Heart racing. Lucas, Dan's younger cousin, practically a kid the last time I saw him, has been studying abroad for 2 years. I barely know him anymore. The plan was for Dan to handle this, not me. I'm not ready to play chauffeur, let alone deal with whatever version of him is walking off that plane. The sliding doors part, and there he is. Not the scrawny teenager I remember. Lucas is tall now, broad-shouldered, with a jawline that could cut glass. He's in a black hoodie, backpack slung over one shoulder, scanning the crowd with a calm intensity. Our eyes meet, and he nods, like he's sizing me up, not greeting me. I force a smile, pop the trunk and mutter, "Hey, long time." He slides into the passenger seat, filling the car with the faint scent of cedar and mint. "Yeah," he says, voice deeper than I expected. "Thanks for the ride, Lauren." My name sounds deliberate in his mouth, like he's testing it. I nod, pulling onto the highway, and the silence stretches tight. I fumble for something to say, how's Europe, how's school, but every question feels forced, fake. He's not a kid anymore, and I'm not his babysitter. Then he reaches for my phone, plugged into the car stereo. "Mind if I pick something?" Before I can answer, he's scrolling through my Spotify. My old playlist, the one I made years ago, full of angsty indie rock, starts playing. The opening chords of a song I used to blast on repeat hit me like a memory I didn't ask for. He leans back, smirking faintly. "Didn't think you'd still listen to this." I laugh, caught off guard. "I don't. It's just, still there." He nods, like he knows something I don't. The rest of the drive, we let the music fill the gaps. It's not comfortable, but it's not hostile either. Just charged. At home, I'm itching to avoid the awkwardness of sitting across from him at the kitchen table, pretending we're family. Dan's not here, and the house feels too quiet, too big. I grab my keys again. "Wanna hit a bar?" "Nothing fancy, just wings, maybe catch the game." He raises an eyebrow but shrugs. "Sure." The bar's a dive on the edge of town, all sticky tables and neon signs. We slide into a booth, order a basket of wings, and watch the Yankees fumble on a blurry TV. I'm halfway through my second beer when the barman Mike leans over with a grin. He's got that easy charm. Tattooed forearms, quick laugh. "Lauren, you slumming it tonight or what?" he teases, wiping down the counter. I roll my eyes, leaning in just enough. "Only for the hot sauce, Mike." He winks, and I feel Lucas's gaze on me, steady and unreadable. Mike keeps the banter going, tossing me a free shot of tequila, for old time's sake. I down it, laughing too loud, aware of Lucas watching. He's picking at the wings, not saying much, but his eyes, they're sharp, catching every move. I tell myself it's nothing, just a kid noticing too much. But it doesn't feel like nothing. On the drive back, the playlist loops again, quieter now. Lucas breaks the silence, his voice low, almost casual. "You sleep with him?" My laugh comes out sharp, startled. "What, Mike?" "Nah, he's just friendly." I keep my eyes on the road, but my pulse is loud in my ears. Lucas doesn't push, just leans back, staring out the window. "Right," he says, and the word hangs there, heavy with something I can't name. I pull into the driveway, the house dark except for a porch light. He grabs his bag, pauses at the door. "Night, Lauren." His voice is soft, but his eyes hold mine a second too long. I mutter, "Night," and watch him disappear inside. My hands are still shaking as I lock the car. It's just jet lag, I tell myself. Just a long day. But deep down, I know it's not. Something started, and I'm not sure I want it to stop. The neighbor's house is lit up like a stage, music spilling out into the humid night. It's one of those suburban bashes, string lights, too much wine, and people pretending they're closer than they are. Dan got the invite weeks ago, but when I mentioned it this morning, he waved it off. Work slammed. Lauren. You go have fun. His voice was flat, distracted, like always. I didn't push. Instead, I turned to Lucas, slouched on the couch with his phone. Wanna come? Beats sitting here. He looked up, skeptical, but nodded. Yeah, alright. I'm bored as hell. I'm in a black dress. Short, maybe too short for a backyard party, but I don't care. It hugs my hips, makes me feel alive. Lucas doesn't say anything when I come downstairs, but his eyes flicker over me, quick and careful, before he looks away. We walk across the street, the air thick with summer and unspoken tension. The party's already buzzing. Kids running around, couples laughing too loud. I grab a glass of rose from a table and dive into small talk with people I barely like. Lucas sticks close at first, nursing a soda, answering questions about Europe with short, polite replies. He's good at it. Charming without trying too hard. I'm on my second glass when Dylan corners me near the snack table. He's all smug grin and whiskey breath. The kind of guy who thinks he's irresistible because he was once. We hooked up years ago before Dan, and he still acts like it's our little secret. So, he drawls leaning in. You still tied to that boring lawyer? My laugh is sharp. Defensive. He's not boring, Dylan. Just busy. But the words feel hollow, and Dylan's smirk says he knows it. I glance over at Lucas, standing by the fire pit. He's watching us, his face unreadable, but I catch the way his jaw tightens. I turn back to Dylan, forcing a smile, and toss out some flirty jab to keep the conversation light. But it feels wrong, like I'm performing for the wrong audience. I down my drink and head for the pool area to clear my head. The water's lit up blue, reflecting off the patio, and I kick off my sandals, letting my toes graze the edge. That's when I see Tessie, my so-called friend from yoga, leaning into Lucas like she's staking a claim. She's all giggles and hair flips, touching his arm like it's hers to take. He's smiling, but it's tight, like he's humoring her. Something hot and sharp twists in my chest. I'm moving before I think, weaving through the crowd. When I reach them, I slide my hand into Lucas's, my grip firm. Hey, I say, voice syrupy but edged. He came with me, Tessie. Her face freezes, then sours, but she backs off with a fake laugh. Lucas doesn't pull away, but his eyes lock on mine, questioning. I drop his hand fast, muttering, just didn't like her vibe. The rest of the party blurs, more drinks, more chatter, but I'm hyper-aware of Lucas nearby, like a current I can't shake. By midnight, we're back home. The house quiet except for the hum of the fridge. I'm in the kitchen, barefoot, rinsing glasses to keep my hands busy. He walks in, still in his jacket, and the air shifts. I don't look up, but I feel him watching. You didn't have to do that, he says, voice low. With Tessie. I wasn't gonna go there. I set a glass down harder than I mean to, the clink loud in the silence. Then why didn't you shut it down? My words come out sharp, accusing, and I hate how they sound. He steps closer, not crowding me, but close enough that I smell his cologne. Why do you care, Lauren? His tone's not angry, just curious, like he's peeling back a layer I didn't know was there. I turn to face him, my pulse loud in my ears. I don't, I lie, but my voice cracks and his eyes catch it. He doesn't call me out, just holds my gaze until I look away. You could have said no to her yourself, I mutter, grabbing another glass. He laughs, soft and bitter. And you could have not acted like you were jealous. The word lands like a slap. Jealous. I open my mouth to deny it, but nothing comes out. He shakes his head, grabs a water from the fridge, and heads upstairs. Night, he says, not looking back. I stand there, hands wet, staring at the sink. The word keeps echoing. Jealous, jealous, jealous. It's ridiculous. He's Dan's cousin, practically a stranger. But my skin's buzzing, and I can still feel the warmth of his hand in mine. I pour another glass of wine, telling myself it's just the alcohol, the party, the fight I didn't need to pick. But deep down, I know it's more. Something's cracking open, and I'm not sure I can close it. The bathroom's too bright, fluorescent light buzzing like a trapped fly. I'm staring at my reflection, popping a pill from the bottle I keep behind the tampons. My hands shake as I swallow it dry, the bitter taste grounding me. I tell myself it's just a rough week, Dan's gone, Lucas is. Whatever he is. The pills for anxiety, not guilt. Not yet. I hear footsteps downstairs. Lucas. He's been poking around since the party, asking too many questions with those eyes. I shove the bottle back, splash water on my face, and head down. He's in the garage, sprawled on an old couch, a beer in one hand, a hookah hose in the other. The air's thick with sweet smoke. Seriously. I snap, arms crossed. This is my house, Lucas. He exhales a cloud, unfazed. What, you my mom now? His voice is lazy, but there's an edge, like he's daring me. I snatch the beer from him, slamming it on a workbench. Grow up. He laughs low and mean. Look who's talking. I storm out, heart pounding, and climb to the roof. My escape when the walls close in. The night's cool, stars sharp. I sit with a glass of wine, phone in hand, and play a voicemail from Josh, an old coworker who never got the memo I'm married. Lori, I miss you, he slurs. Don't care you're hitched. It's pathetic, but I don't delete it. I sip, letting his voice fill the quiet, wondering why I'm listening. Lucas's silhouette appears at the roof's edge. I fumble, but the message keeps playing. He steps closer, face unreadable. You're really like that, huh? His tone's calm, but it cuts. I bristle, setting the glass down. And you're what, perfect? He crouches beside me, too close. Nah, just not pretending I'm someone I'm not. His eyes hold mine and I can't look away. The air's heavy, like before a storm. He stands, leaving me there, wine glass trembling in my grip. I tell myself I'm fine, but the lie feels thin, and his footsteps echo long after he's gone. The kitchen swallowed in shadows, only a faint slice of moonlight slipping through the blinds to paint the tiles silver. I'm leaning against the counter, barefoot, in nothing but an old, oversized t-shirt that barely schemes my thighs. Just a t-shirt, just me, raw and restless, unable to sleep. The house feels alive tonight. Its creaks and groans like a pulse, watching me. I came down for water, but really, I'm here because the silence upstairs was suffocating, pressing against my skin like a warning. I hear footsteps. Soft. Deliberate. Lucas appears in the doorway, shirtless, his hair a mess of dark waves. He's in low-slung sweatpants, and the way the moonlight catches the lines of his chest makes my throat tighten. He stops, eyes locking on mine, and the air shifts, heavy with something unspoken, something I've been dodging since he stepped off that plane. Neither of us speaks. The fridge hums, a low drone filling the space where words should be. Thirsty. I finally say, my voice quieter than I mean it to be. I turn to the fridge, grabbing a water bottle, but my hands aren't as steady as I'd like. The cold plastic grounds me, but only barely. He steps closer, his bare feet silent on the tile, and I feel the heat of him before I see him move. Not just for water, he says, his voice low, rough, like he's confessing something he's held back too long. It's not a line, it's a truth, raw and reckless, and it hits me like a spark to dry grass. I freeze, the bottle still in my hand, my pulse loud in my ears. He's close now, close enough that I smell the faint cedar of his skin, feel the warmth radiating off him. I should laugh, make a joke, step away. I should remind him who I am. Lauren, married, older, safe. But my feet don't move. My body doesn't care about shoulds. It's awake, traitorously alert, and he knows it. His eyes don't leave mine, searching, daring me to break first. We're on the staircase before I register moving, the water bottle forgotten on the counter. He's behind me, not touching, but so close I feel the air shift when he breathes. Then his fingers graze my wrist, just a brush, but it's electric, a jolt that lights up every nerve. I stop, one hand on the banister, and turn to face him. Mistake. His face is inches from mine, eyes dark, unreadable, but not uncertain. He's not guessing, he's sure. Then he kisses me. It's quick, sharp, like a blade slicing through hesitation. His lips are warm, firm, tasting faintly of mint and something deeper, something I can't name. My brain screams, "What the hell are you doing?" But my body doesn't listen. For a split second, I lean in, caught in the pull of it, the wrongness making it sharper. Then reality crashes back. I shove him, brief, my voice breaking as I choke out. "What are you doing?" He doesn't flinch, doesn't step back. Just stands there, chest rising slow, eyes locked on mine. You, he says, the word simple, deliberate, like it's the most obvious thing in the world. It's not an answer, it's an accusation, a mirror held up to my own racing pulse. He turns, climbing the rest of the stairs to the guest room, the door clicking shut with a finality that echoes in my bones. I'm left on the staircase, heart hammering, skin burning where his fingers touched me. My t-shirt feels too thin, the air too thick. I stumble to my bedroom, lock the door, and collapse onto the bed, staring at the ceiling like it holds answers. My phone's on the nightstand, Josh's voicemail still saved, his drunk, desperate voice a ghost from another life. I play it, not because I miss him, but to drown out the memory of Lucas's mouth, the way it felt. Wrong, yes, but alive in a way I haven't felt in years. It doesn't work. The voicemail loops, but all I hear is my own breathing, uneven, too loud. My body's still buzzing, replaying that kiss, the weight of his gaze, the way I didn't pull away fast enough. I tell myself it was a mistake. A moment, nothing more. He's Dan's cousin, too young, too close to everything I'm supposed to protect. But the truth squirms under that logic, sharp and undeniable. I didn't stop him because part of me didn't want to. Part of me still doesn't. I lie there, eyes wide, the house settling around me. It's quiet now, but not peaceful. It's waiting, holding its breath, just like me. Sleep won't come, not tonight, not after this. The crack's there now, small but real, and I know it's only a matter of time before it spreads. The basement smells of damp concrete and old paint, a maze of cardboard boxes and forgotten furniture. I'm down here because the lights went out. Whole house plunged into black, like it's mocking me. My flashlight beam dances across the fuse box, my breath visible in the chilly air. I'm in leggings and a hoodie, hair messy, still rattled from last night's staircase disaster with Lucas. I tell myself I'm fine, just fixing a breaker, but my hands shake as I fumble with the switches. The stairs creak behind me. I turn, heart lurching, and slip on a slick patch of floor. My elbow slams into the ground, pain shooting up my arm. The flashlight rolls away, its beam spinning wild. Oh no, I hiss, clutching my arm. Blood seeps through my sleeve, warm, sticky. Then Lucas is there, crouching beside me, his hand steady as he pulls me up. You okay? His voice is low, urgent, his face half lit by the fallen light. He's too close, his grip too firm, and my pulse betrays me, hammering loud enough I swear he hears it. I'm fine, I mutter, but I don't pull away. His fingers linger on my arm, checking the cut, and the air between us thickens, heavy with last night's ghosts. You drunk again? He whispers, not accusing, just searching. His breath brushes my cheek, and I shake my head, voice barely audible. No. I just want someone to hold me. It's out before I can stop it, raw and pathetic, a truth I didn't mean to spill. He doesn't laugh, doesn't flinch. Instead, he kisses me. Slow this time, deliberate, like he's savoring the taste of my confession. It's not like the staircase. It's deeper, hungrier, and I don't push back. My hands find his chest, his heartbeat steady under my palms, and for a moment, I let myself fall into it, the wrongness sweeter than it should be. Blood from my elbow smears his shirt, a dark stain we both ignore. We end up on an old mattress in the corner, surrounded by shadows and junk. It's not sex, not quite, but it's close, a tangle of whispers and touches that blur the line. His fingers trace my spine, my lips graze his collarbone, and every move feels like a secret we're stealing. I'm dizzy, lost in the heat of him, the basement a world where rules don't exist. When we finally stop, I'm trembling, his arm heavy across my waist. I don't move, don't speak, just lie there, his breathing steady while mine's a mess. Morning creeps in, gray light seeping through a cracked window. I wake to his fingers still on my hip, possessive but soft. Fear hits first, sharp, cold, like I've crossed a line I can't uncross. But there's something else, warm and dangerous, curling beneath it. I liked it. I wanted it. Him. I slip out, careful not to wake him, my elbow throbbing as I climb the stairs. The house is silent, but it's not empty. It's holding every choice I've made, waiting for the fallout. Upstairs, I clean the cut in the bathroom, wincing as antiseptic stings. My reflection looks like me, but not. Eyes too wide, cheeks flushed with something I can't name. Lucas's shirt had my blood on it, and I wonder if he'll wash it or keep it, a trophy of whatever this is. I tell myself it's over, a one-time lapse, but my body hums with the lie. I can still feel his hands, his mouth, the weight of him pinning me to that mattress. It wasn't just a moment, it was a shift, a door I opened knowing it might not close. I hear him moving downstairs, the fridge opening, a glass clinking. Normal sounds, but nothing's normal now. I don't know what he'll say when we face each other, or if I'll even look him in the eye. All I know is I'm not the same Lauren who walked into that basement. And he's not just Dan's cousin anymore. He's something else, someone I shouldn't want, but do. And that scares me more than the dark ever could. The restaurant's glow feels staged, all polished wood and clinking glasses, like we're actors in a play nobody wrote. Dan's back, sitting across from me, his new watch gleaming on my wrist, a guilt gift, probably, for being gone so long. Lucas is beside us, picking at his steak, his face a mask of calm I don't trust. Dan's chatting about work, oblivious, tossing Lucas a pricey rucksack like it's nothing. For school, he says, grinning. Lucas nods, mutters, thanks. But his eyes are elsewhere, on me or through me I can't tell. I'm in a navy dress, hair pinned up, playing the part of good wife. But my skin's still humming from the basement, from Lucas's hands, his breath on my neck. Every time I shift, the watch feels heavy, a reminder of who I'm supposed to be. Dan orders wine, pours me a glass, his hand brushing mine. It's warm, familiar, but it doesn't spark. Not like it used to, not like he did. I smile anyway, nodding at his story about some client, while my mind replays that mattress, the blood on Lucas's shirt. Lucas barely eats, his fork scraping the plate like he's angry at it. I catch his glance, sharp, fleeting, like he's daring me to break character. I look away, sip my wine, laugh too loud at Dan's joke. But the room feels smaller, the air thinner, like we're all waiting for a line nobody knows. I excuse myself to the bathroom, needing air, needing space. The hallway's dim, all velvet and mirrors, and there's Josh of all people, leaning against a wall like he's been waiting. He's here for some work thing, he says, but his eyes say more. Missed you, Laurie, he murmurs, stepping close. I should walk away, but I don't. Instead, I kiss him. Fast, sloppy, my hands on his jacket like I'm grabbing for control. It's not desire. It's defiance, a way to drown out Lucas's shadow. Josh pulls back, surprised, then grins, but I'm already turning, wiping my mouth, heart racing with something closer to shame than thrill. Back at the table, Dan's on his phone, Lucas staring at his plate. I slide in, cheeks hot, praying neither notices. But Lucas's eyes flick up, catching mine, and I know he sees it. Something's off, something's wrong. Dinner drags on, Dan oblivious, me forcing smiles, Lucas silent. By the time we're home, my nerves are frayed, the watch ticking loud in the quiet. In our bedroom, Dan's unbuttoning his shirt, talking about schedules, cases. I'm half listening, brushing my hair, when he pauses, voice low. You've been weird lately. It's not a question. I freeze, the brush still in my hand. You're always blind, I snap, sharper than I mean to. His eyes narrow, but he doesn't push, just climbs into bed, turning off the light. I lie beside him, staring at the ceiling, knowing Lucas is one wall away, hearing everything. Morning comes, gray and heavy. I'm in the kitchen, coffee burning my tongue, when Lucas walks in. He's in a hoodie, bags under his eyes, like he didn't sleep either. He grabs an apple, leans against the counter, and looks at me. Not with anger, not with want, but with something worse, doubt. You good? He asks, voice flat. I nod, too quick, but he doesn't buy it. His gaze strips me bare, like he knows the kiss, the lie, the act I'm playing. He bites the apple slow and walks out, leaving me with the weight of his silence. Dan's in the shower, humming some tune, clueless. I stare at the watch, its face catching the light, and feel the cracks widening. Not just between me and Lucas, but in the whole script of my life. I kissed Josh to feel in control, but all I feel is trapped, caught in a scene I can't rewrite. Lucas's door is closed, but I know he's there, listening, waiting. For what, I don't know. All I know is the play's started, and I'm not sure I know my lines anymore. The beach stretches out, all golden sand and restless waves, the kind of place that's supposed to feel free but doesn't. Dan's idea, Family day, he called it, though he's already ditched us for a work call, pacing by the dunes with his phone glued to his ear. It's just me and Lucas now, stuck in the car on the lot, windows cracked, the salty air sneaking in. I'm in a sundress, sunglasses hiding eyes that haven't slept right since the restaurant. Lucas is slouched in the passenger seat, staring at the ocean like it owes him answers. I'm trying to act normal, scrolling my phone, but the silence is loud, pressing against us. His knees bouncing, a restless rhythm, and I want to ask what's wrong but don't. Instead, I reach over, my hand brushing his arm, light enough to pass as casual. You okay? I say, voice too soft. He turns, eyes sharp, not buying the act. You're confusing pain with wanting, he says, low, like he's cutting through my skin to the truth underneath. I flinch, pulling my hand back. And you're confusing yourself with a man. I shoot back, the words meaner than I meant, but they land hard. My phone buzzes, breaking the moment. A text from Josh lights up the screen. Saw your car by the water. Miss me yet? My stomach twists, a cold spike of panic. I lock the phone fast, but Lucas's eyes are on it, steady, like he caught the glow of betrayal. Who's that? He asks, voice flat but heavy. I shrug too quick. Nobody. He leans closer, not touching, but close enough I feel his breath. Show me. It's not a request. It's a dare. I clutch the phone tighter, shaking my head. It's private. His jaw tightens, and for a second, I think he'll grab it, but he doesn't. Instead, he opens the car door, steps out, and starts walking, away from the beach, the car me. His hoodie's up, hands in pockets, and he's moving fast, like he can outrun whatever's between us. I should follow, call him back, explain. But I don't. I sit there, frozen, the text burning a hole in my palm. Dan's voice snaps me out of it, distant, laughing into his phone as he wanders back. He slides into the driver's seat, oblivious. Where's Lucas? I mumble something about him needing air, and Dan just shrugs, starting the car. We drive home, the empty passenger seat louder than the radio. My phone stays silent, but Josh's words echo, a reminder of every line I've crossed, every lie I've let slide. Lucas doesn't come back that night, and I don't sleep, staring at the ceiling, wondering where he went, what he's thinking, and why it hurts so much that he's gone. Josh's loft is all raw edges, brick walls, dim lights, the faint haze of incense curling through the air. I shouldn't be here, but after Lucas walked off the beach, after that lipstick heart on the mirror, I needed to escape. The house felt like a trap. Dan snores a reminder of everything I'm failing at. So I drove, ending up at Josh's door, my hands shaking as I knocked. He answers in a loose shirt, that cocky grin spreading when he sees me. Knew you'd come back, Laurie, he says, stepping aside. I don't smile. I'm not here for him. I'm here to outrun myself. We barely talk. He pours whiskey, offers me a glass, but I shake my head, pacing his living room like a caged thing. He watches, amused, then pulls me close, his hands rough on my waist. It's fast, messy, a collision of lips and tangled clothes, all heat and no heart. On his couch, it's over quick, leaving me staring at his ceiling, chest tight. Tears come, uninvited, and Josh notices, propping up beside me. You're running from someone, he says, voice low, not quite cruel. Using me to forget. It's messed up. I swipe at my eyes, no defense, because he's right. It's not even Lucas. It's me, the chaos I've let loose. I leave without a goodbye, driving home under a sky heavy with stars. The house is dark, Dan asleep, oblivious. Lucas's room is empty, his jacket gone, and my stomach twists, wondering where he is. I head to the shower, water scalding, trying to rinse off Josh's touch, the guilt, the ache. It doesn't work. I'm still me, still drowning in choices I can't take back. Then I hear the door. Lucas, stumbling in past midnight. He smells of bourbon and something floral. Sharp, not mine. His eyes are red-rimmed, but he's steady, leaning against the kitchen counter. I'm in a robe, hair wet, voice tight. Where were you? He smirks, but it's hollow, brittle. With someone who's honest about what they want. The words cut, sharp as glass, and I step back, stung. You don't get to throw stones, I snap, but my voice shakes. He laughs, soft, mean. Then why were you asking? Morning light shows the truth. A red lipstick smudge on his collar, bold, taunting. It's not mine, and it twists something deep. A knot of anger and something uglier. Lucas is still here, but he's drifting, and I'm sinking. Both of us caught in a current neither of us controls. The kitchen's a mess. Coffee mugs in the sink, crumbs on the counter, like nobody cares enough to clean. Dan left for another trip this morning, his suitcase by the door before dawn, mumbling about a deposition. I didn't even pretend to listen. Lucas was gone too, or so I thought. I spent the day pacing, replaying that red lipstick heart on the mirror, the sting of his words. Someone who doesn't lie to herself. My phone's silent. No texts from Josh, no sign of Lucas. I'm alone, and it's louder than I expected. I wander to the guest room, his room, telling myself I'm just checking. The door's half open, and there he is, sitting on the bed, scribbling in a notebook. His hoodie's rumpled, hair falling in his eyes, and for a second, he looks softer, like the kid I met years ago. Then he looks up, and that hardness snaps back, his gaze cutting through me. What do you want, Lauren? His voice is flat, tired, like I'm a problem he's done solving. You mad at me? I ask, leaning against the doorframe, arms crossed to hide my shaking hands. He sets the pen down, slow, deliberate. Nah, he says, eyes steady. Just figured out you're not my anything. The words hit like a slap, cold and final. I open my mouth to argue, but nothing comes. He's right, isn't he? I'm Dan's wife, not his whatever I've been pretending to be. Still, it burns, the way he says it, like I'm disposable. He stands, brushing past me, and the air shifts, carrying that faint cedar scent of his. I should let him go, let this end. But my feet move, following him to the hall. Wait, I say, voice cracking. He stops, doesn't turn. Why'd you stay then? I ask, hating how small I sound. He laughs, soft, bitter, and finally faces me. Because you can't stand being alone. Before I can respond, he's on me, kissing. It's not gentle, not careful. He pulls back, eyes dark, breathing ragged. You're gonna ruin everything, he murmurs, but he doesn't leave. I don't answer, just hold his gaze, my heart pounding like it's trying to escape. The house creaks around us, a silent witness, and I know he's right. But right now I don't care. The gas station's fluorescent lights buzz, casting a sickly glow over my car as I fill the tank. The air smells of diesel and regret, the pump clicking like a countdown. My phone vibrates in my pocket, Dan's name lighting up the screen. I answer, voice flat. Hey. His tone's sharp, not his usual distracted drone. You delete those photos of Lucas? I saw how he looks at you. My breath catches, the nozzle heavy in my hand. What are you saying? I ask, keeping it cool, but my heart's racing. Nothing, he says, too slow. Just watching. He hangs up, leaving static in my ear. I finish pumping, slide into the driver's seat, and grip the wheel, staring at the empty lot. Photos. What photos? My mind spins to Lucas, his eyes, his hands, that basement night. Did Dan see something, or is he fishing? I drive home, the road blurring, Dan's words looping like a bad song. The house looms dark when I pull in. No sign of Lucas. His room's empty, but his bed's unmade, sheets tangled like a fight. Then I see it, a note on the pillow, folded, my name in his sharp scrawl. I open it, hands unsteady. We hurt. Now it's just you. Tucked inside, a photo. Me on the roof, wineglass in hand, my back bare under moonlight. My stomach drops. I remember that night. Josh's voicemail, Lucas watching. He took this. Snapped it like a thief. Then sent it to Dan. The betrayal's a knife. Twisting deep. I sink to the floor. The photo crumpling in my fist. Lucas is gone, but his mark's everywhere. On me, on Dan, on this house. I'm alone with the truth now. Every touch, every lie led to this. And I don't know how to climb out. Morning claws its way through the kitchen window, a cold gray light that makes the room feel like it belongs to someone else. I'm slumped on the floor, back pressed against the cabinets, a mug of coffee gone bitter in my hands. The house is too quiet, every creak a reminder of what's missing. Dan's gone, slipped out before dawn, probably for work, no note, no glance back. Lucas is gone too. His absence a weight heavier than his presence ever was. The photo from his note is still in my pocket, its edges creased from my fingers tracing it over and over. Me on the roof, wineglass in hand, my bare back caught in moonlight like a secret I didn't know I'd told. I haven't slept, haven't cried, just sat here all night, picking apart every moment that led to this unraveling. My eyes burn, but I can't close them. I see Lucas's smirk in the airport, feel his breath in the basement, hear Dan's voice on the phone. I saw how he looks at you. Every touch, every lie, every glance stacks up like bricks in a wall I built myself. I was Lauren once. Wife, steady, someone with a plan. Now I'm just a shadow, caught in the echo of choices I can't undo. The coffee's cold, but I sip it anyway, the bitterness grounding me, keeping me from floating away entirely. A sharp clank snaps me out of it. The mailbox outside, loud in the dead morning. I drag myself up, legs stiff, bones heavy like they're carrying more than just me. The porch is chilly, my breath fogging as I step into the damp air. The mailbox door squeaks, revealing a single envelope, no stamp, no return address, just my name scrawled in black ink. Sharp, deliberate, like an accusation. My fingers hesitate, trembling, but I tear it open, paper ripping too loud in the silence. Inside, a key, small, silver, glinting with purpose, and a scrap of paper. The words are in Lucas's handwriting, unmistakable. Truth's poison. You chose to drink. No signature, no explanation, just that. I sink onto the porch steps, the key biting into my palm. The street's empty, neighbors tucked behind curtains. No one to see me come apart. The key's for something, a storage unit, a lockbox, maybe a door I don't want to open. Lucas left it like a dare. One last twist of the knife. I picture him writing that note, his eyes cold, calculating, knowing it'd hit me where it hurts. Did he plan this from the start, or did I push him to it? I don't know anymore, and that's the worst part. Not knowing where my mistakes end and his begin. The envelope flutters to the ground, caught by a breeze, but I don't move to grab it. I think of the airport, the bar, the basement, the beach. Every step a choice I made, thinking I could control it, outrun it. I think of Dan's gifts, Josh's voice, Tessie's laugh, all the pieces of a life I thought I understood. They're gone now, scattered, and I'm left holding this key, this note, this photo that proves I was never who I said I was. I was someone once, someone who laughed easy, who loved without counting the cost. Now I'm just consequences. A puzzle with half the pieces missing. The key glints, cold against my skin, daring me to keep going, to chase whatever truth Lucas buried for me to find. But I'm tired. So tired my bones ache with it. For the first time, I wonder if truth's worth it, if knowing will fix anything or just break what's left. I close my eyes, the world narrowing to the weight in my hand, the chills seeping through my clothes. Maybe this is all I get. No answers, no redemption, just the aftermath of what I've done. The house watches, silent, as I sit there, not moving, not choosing, just existing in the ruin of it all.